Hey there, folks. I am Charlotte, the Gulf Coast Granny, and tonight I am making a sea turtle for my son. He's 16, and I'll tell you the story about what happened. He had this little sea turtle, and it looked like, the sea turtle from Nemo. What was his name? Squirt? Yeah, Squirt. That was his name. And our dog Virgil, who is a 1-year-old enormous puppy, apparently kidnapped this turtle and decided it was his toy and took it out in the yard and absolutely destroyed the thing. It is in pieces. The foam is out of it, and it is a nothing but a remnant of what it once was. So, so I'm making a replacement because he asked me to. Hey Denise, how are you? So he is leaving to go on a trip tomorrow to Washington, D.C., and I'm hoping to have this done tonight. Of course, he's not taking the turtle with him and all of his teenage friends that would probably crucify him for having a stuffy, but at least he'll know it's done before he leaves. So I'm going to get started on that. I already have his head made. I don't know if you can see it or not. Let's see. Let me switch over a little bit. You're working hard using that term loosely. Me too. Me too. So this is his head so far. And now we're going to work on, this is going to be a flipper. And I have to make 4 of these. And they seem to be relatively easy to do. But apparently I don't know how to count. Because I've had to rip this one out 3 times already because I'm not paying attention. I'm a little flustered tonight because my other son called me, the one that just had a new grandbaby. And he called me probably an hour ago. And I always spend way too much time on the phone with him when I talk to him, because he calls me on his way home from work, and it's about 45 minutes for him to get from his job to his house. So he tries to talk to me, on his drive so that his drive is not so boring and monotonous, etc. Hey, Jackie, how are you tonight? Um, so I was on the phone with him until about 10 minutes ago. No lie. And so I had to get everything. I even had to run in there and put my lips on and get a thumbnail made and, all of the things, all of the YouTubey things. And that takes a little longer for me than 10 minutes. So I was really, really under the gun, so to speak. Hey, Robin, how are you? Did you happen to get your envelope today, my dear? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, dear. Okay. 1, 2. There it is. I forgot to put my stitch marker in, and if I don't use these stitch markers, well, things don't work out real well for me. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not today. It should be coming soon. I asked Poppy to send it out. I believe it was Wednesday, and I found out that he did not get it in the mail until Friday. And I know it has to go a long way to get to your house, so it should be here in the next couple of days. Or it should be not here. It should be there in the next couple of days. Oh, you're very welcome. I am tickled to death to be able to share seeds with folks. Um, Especially, since Mona wouldn't come off of any of them for anybody. No, I'm teasing. I'm so teasing. Don't you? Y'all, she's going to crucify me if she hears me say that. But I like to give Mona a hard time. She's fun. Hey, Michelle, how are you tonight? Thank y'all so much for coming in and visiting with me tonight and watching me crochet. Because, with this new hobby that I've got. These amigurumis is what they're called, but it's basically making little stuffed animals. Um, I'm not, I've, this is only like the third or fourth one I've ever made. Um, I'm used to making blankets and, you know, sweaters and wraps and hats and things like that. And I'm just not used to doing these. So it's not something that comes very natural to me. And I definitely have to count and keep track of what I'm doing, or I'm going to make a mistake. However, I will say this yarn that I'm using is Yarn Bee Cozy Occasion is the name of it. And it feels a lot like the Bernat blanket yarn, but I believe it's a little bit softer and a little bit easier to work with. I don't feel like I'm fighting with it nearly as much as I do when I use that Bernat brand. So there's that. Okay, now I forget what I'm supposed to do. Oh, no, I got it. I got it. I think this is it. Okay, I think, see, I made another one in green just to practice. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Uh-oh. Well, looky there. I might have to go back and read the pattern. Um, let's see. Fold this. Okay, round 4. Well, now, why did I have 5 on the other one? Wrong sides together. Insert hook into the left stitch. Left. Well, that's assuming, you know what? I'm just going to do this. See. Left stitch. Okay, left. Left of the hook. And then pull up a loop through the chain 1. What? I don't like the way this lady has written this pattern. I don't know how I figured it out on the other one, but I'm going to figure it out now. Let's see. There's going to have to be 12 stitches across. So let's make 12. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Okay. Well, that's all I need to know then. Okay. Now, there. I think I got it. Well, um, one of the things I like about this particular yarn too is that I can actually see the stitches. Some of these big fuzzy yarns like this are very, very difficult to see the stitches, and you kind of have to feel your way. And this is not like that. Okay. So, for those of you who just came in, I'm making the flipper to the little sea turtle. And actually, it's not a really small sea turtle, it's kind of a big one. I'll show you his head in just a minute when I finish getting this together. Now, it doesn't want me to stuff the flippers for some reason, but they are rather thick. At least I don't think it does. Let me see. Nope, doesn't want me to stuff it. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It looks like I'm fighting with it, doesn't it? But I'm really not. Okay, I might be with this one. 11 and 12. There we go. There. And that's a little flipper. How cool is that? So now I have to make 3 more of these. Hey, Dwayne, how are you doing tonight? Thank you so much for coming in. Thrifty Mama, hi. I mean, Mara. Thrifty and Mara. Why was I reading your chat, Jackie? Thrifty Crocheter, thank you. I did have a marvelous Monday. I hope you did as well. And Mara, yeah, the flippers, I guess they are generally flat. I mean, how else are they going to swoosh through the water, you know? But here's his little head. Right now, it doesn't look like much except for a stuffed circle with some eyeballs on it. But, and I gave him green eyes. I don't know if you can see. Oh, hang on. Where's my thing? Okay. Let me see which direct. There. He's got little green eyes on him. I thought that was pretty. And I haven't decided what color yarn I want to do him with. So I want y'all to help me out on that. This one is called Bayou Summer. Bayou Summer. And it's got this peach color, this blue-green, a navy, a pale blue, and some white. And then the other color I have to choose from is this Spa Day, and it has gray, I guess a darker gray and a lighter gray, and then this pretty aqua color, and then this darker teal. I'm not sure which one will look well. I'll just set it up here. Let me get this green out of the way because that'll confuse the eye. So, oh, fiddlesticks. Come on now. I will hold it up here like this. Which one do you think looks better with the white flippers and the white head? I hope he does, Mara. He was really upset when the dog chewed up his turtle. Now, mind you, he's had this turtle since he was just a tiny little thing. You vote for Bayou? Oh gosh, I wish I knew how to do a poll right here on the live stream. That would be fun, wouldn't it? But anyhow, I think I like this one. Which one is this? Hang on. Okay, that's the Bayou as well. And I kind of think it will go better with the white as well. Well, it's kind of a creamy white, but that's what I'm thinking. But I want to see if everybody's holds the same opinion as I do. Because sometimes my color choices can be a little on the marginal side. Look here, one of my hairs is in here. Oh, nope, that's cat hair. Oh, Lord. But that one's not. There. All right, I'm going to tie this one off and start on the next one. Well, I hope that looks right. Okay, so I got these 2 pieces. 3 more. This actually, let me tell you where I got this pattern, y'all. It's, the name of it is Fred the Sea Turtle. And it is a free crochet pattern from CJ Design. And the reason that I chose this pattern is because it's a no-sew pattern. So I'm not going to have to use a needle and thread on any of it. Apparently what you do is when you're making the shell, you attach as you're crocheting around the final round of the shell, which is kind of cool. But if you're interested, this was published on June the 16th of 2023. Fred the Sea Turtle by CJ Design. And it is on her blog page. 2, 3. I should probably put that in a link in the description when I thank you so much, Jackie, for posting that link. Thank you. I appreciate it. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, now my son doesn't know that I'm making this for him. But and he's kind of too big to be wanting plushies. But it is what it is, right? Oh dear, what is going on here? Okay. Hi, Sonia. How are you doing tonight? My kids just came in from somewhere. They probably went to get a snack. They they're always going out at night and getting snacks from somewhere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. You're never too old for plushies. You know what? I kind of agree with you. Um, but it's just was kind of strange to me that he asked me to make him another one. But like I said, he had had that sea turtle since he was a tiny little boy. And again, he was a little miffed that the dog decided that it was his.
Because you gave it to him.
I did not give it to him. Look, my son is in here accusing me of murder.
It was cold-blooded.
It was cold-blooded.
He got vivisected.
He got what? What word did you use?
He got vivisected.
Vivisected. Okay, I don't know what that word means, but I don't even know if it's a real word. He was viscerated, is what he was. I think that's the word my son was looking for. Okay, go. Go to bed, dear. You need your medicine. Get your medicine. Okay. Okay. Oh, fiddlesticks. 1, 2. See, y'all? I told you whenever I don't use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Usually I'm okay up until the 3rd row if I can keep count of my stitches. No.
Vivisected, a dissection on a living animal, typically for scientific purposes.
Okay, vivisected means, say it again.
A dissection.
A dissection on an animal
for scientific research.
For scientific research. Apparently, it's a word, and I have been schooled.
Okay.
Oh, is that him? Look, he just handed it. He threw it up here on the table and said, "Look at him." Okay, here he is, y'all. This is the poor sea turtle that was mutilated by the dog. Yes. And it is filthy, and I'm afraid I might have to wash my hands now. Ugh. Ugh. And I might have lost count. 11. 12, 13, 16. Perfect. 1, 2. I think one of my cats has been up here on my. It has. Thank you, Jane. How are you doing tonight? I am really glad to be back. I took last week off, y'all. I was having a week. Hey, Gary, how are you doing? Thanks for coming in. I'm making a sea turtle. There he is. That's his head. You were number 12. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, y'all don't forget to like and share and maybe subscribe to the channel if you're not already. That would be so amazing.
A leatherback.
It's a leatherback. Okay, thank you, son. Apparently, I'm making a leatherback sea turtle. Y'all can see he's serious about this thing, right? Actually, I don't even think he knows that that's what this is. He saw me working on it, but, it doesn't really look like anything right now. Of course, hey, Mona! I wish you would go to bed. You know what? Let me see if I can do this way. That's better, isn't it? There. Of course, I have a phone in my face now, but that's all right. We're not looking at my face right now anyway. Ladies and their men. Just thought I would stop in and say hello. Looks like you're having fun though with that crochet, right? Yes, crochet. Exactly, Gary. Gary, you did it. You did it this time. He was going to say knit, y'all. I just messed all it. I messed it all up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now, how'd I get an extra stitch in there? Oh, I didn't. See, these stitches are really big, y'all. And sometimes they look like there's 2 of them there when there's really not. Do y'all run across that when you're crocheting with this big number 6 yarn? I know you don't, but that's okay. You got it right. 1, 2, and I appreciate that. Oh, fiddlesticks. What just happened there? Okay. 6, 7. Well, y'all, this has been a day. It has been, we had like 70, 80-degree days for like a week, maybe a little longer than a week. And then we had a great big storm yesterday. And it wasn't, it was no worse than any other storm we've ever had. It was just a thunderstorm. But apparently it brought some cold weather with it. And the wind has been blowing, so it makes it feel even colder. I think this morning when I woke up, it was 48 degrees outside. But I went out there without my bathrobe or my jacket or anything on. And y'all, let me tell you, it was cold. I do not like it when the wind is blowing. And I'll tell you a funny thing that happened. I was talking to my daughter on the phone this afternoon on her way home from work. Why do my kids always call me on their way home from work? You better shove off. Y'all have a great week. Much love. Thank you so much, Gary. You take care of yourself. And I will see you on the streets, on the YouTubey streets. But anyhow, I was talking to my daughter on the phone and I was complaining about the weather. I said, look, I'm so tired of this weather. I said, it has been cloudy and gloomy for like almost 4 days, and now it's cold and the wind is blowing. I just need about 3 sunny days in a row with no wind blowing. I said, so if you're ordering some weather, I'd like for you to pick that. She says, well, I did just order some clothes off of the internet. She said, maybe I'll try that. Come to find out, she had not heard what I was saying to her. And it was just really a funny coincidence that all of that happened the way it did. But yeah, maybe you had to be there, but boy, it was a funny thing that happened. But that is what I want. I want like 3 or 4 days with no rain, no wind, and just some really, pleasant weather. I don't think that's too much to ask. Of course, oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay. I forgot how I did this, y'all. Um, Hang on. I'll get it. Think. Yeah. There we go. Oh, come on. What? Maybe I'm fighting this a little more than I need to. I feel the same way. It's freezing, but I refuse to turn the heat back on. I need warm weather. You know what, Robin? I won't turn my heat on either. I froze to death today. And I know I didn't freeze to death in 48-degree weather, but still, it was just cold. So I ended up wearing my sweater, and then I put my bathrobe over that. And I don't know if you've ever done dishes in a bathrobe with a sweater under it, but it is not any fun. It was all I could do to keep my sleeves out of that water. But yeah, I got my garden planted as much as I can for right now, anyhow. Poppy worked really hard on it this weekend, and before the storms, he got all of the beds that were put together filled with soil. So I filled them with plants, and I've got lots of tomatoes and lots of peppers. I've got bell peppers, poblano peppers, Anaheim peppers. And I think Anaheims and Poblanos are pretty much the same thing. But still, those are the ones we like, so that's what I grew. I'm growing. And two different varieties of cucumbers. I'm growing the White Wonder this year. I've been wanting to do that one for a really long time. Um, so I bought it. I found it in I think it was Lowe's or Home Depot this past weekend. And I said, by goodness, I've been wanting to grow that one. I think I will. So I got the seeds and I did it. Now I do have some the homemade pickles variety of uh pickling cucumbers, but I don't pickle mine. I eat them fresh because those are my favorite kind to eat. You're laughing because you definitely did in the bathroom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, fiddlesticks. Um, what was I talking? Oh, the cucumbers. So I got that done, and then I got candy roaster squash and rattlesnake pole beans. And Jackie told me today I can do 2 rows, one behind the other, about 3 inches apart. So I'm going to go ahead and go out there tomorrow, and I've got my rattlesnake pole beans, like say in this row here, about 5 or 6 feet long. So right 3 inches behind it, I'm going to plant my blue lake pole beans, and they can just climb up the trellis together. I honestly did not know I could do that. I've never done it before, so there's that. And oh look, it kind of looks like an angel wing, doesn't it? Did I look? This one doesn't look like that. How come? Well, maybe it does. Just a little different. There's number 2. Let's go for number 3. Um, anyhow, what I was going to say is I also have God, I bet you there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I definitely have 6 varieties of tomatoes, including a cherry variety. And I should have bought more cherry tomato varieties, but I didn't. They tend to do better here in the summertime when it's really, really hot outside. But then I also have my Virginia sweets that I'm got in a cup out there trying to grow up so big enough so I can actually plant it into the garden. I don't have a clue where I'm gonna put it. I don't have a place for it yet. So, but we do have 2 more garden beds to build, and they're not very big. They're 4 by 2, and they're 2 feet tall. 1, 2, 3, 4. But that is big enough to put my Virginia sweets tomatoes and my bush cucumbers that I've got in the greenhouse. And then I've got some really small tomatoes. I started the seeds a while back, but they only get about a foot tall. They're the micro dwarf tomatoes, and I just wanted to grow them because I thought they were neat. So, and I could probably put those in a grow bag if exactly, exactly. Yep. Um, I could put those in a grow bag, and I've got plenty of grow bags out there. I just kind of wanted to get the garden planted without using grow bags right off the get go because I really want the garden to kind of not be cluttered up with grow bags. But I will if I need to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One more. 8. And you know what I'll probably do? I will probably put the Virginia sweets in the grow bag because it's going to get huge. And then the little ones I'll put in a planter, one of the raised garden beds. Another cat hair. 1, 2. Y'all, I could never sell anything on Etsy. They would think I had a stinking zoo in my house. 3, 4, 6. Y'all hear my crazy dog out there? She barks at wind. Oh, it has. It's been so cold today. And my voice was hoarse all day today. I don't know why it's not now, but it's not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. 7, 8. But even as late as 5 o'clock this afternoon, Poppy called me, asked me if I needed anything, on his way home from work. And I was hoarse then. I told him, I said, I feel like I've got a hairball. So maybe it was just allergies. Who knows? Because I did take some Zyrtec and some Flonase. Thank you for posting Mara's channel, Jane. Appreciate it. Y'all, if you're not connected with Mara at Mindfully Crochet, please do so. It's such a nice channel. She does all kinds of crochet just like I do, wraps, stuffies, you name it. Hi, Dorothy. Hello from South Mississippi in the U.S. How's your weather? Is it getting cold there yet? Or are y'all at the tail end of fall? Hey, Mike, how are you doing tonight? Thanks for coming in. Mike, I got my garden just about finished, and I'm going to be, as soon as it gets warm outside, I'm going to go out there and make a video. Look, I was going to do it today, I promise. I was going to go out there and make a makeover reveal video because y'all haven't seen my garden since Poppy. Well, the last video I made on my garden, Poppy had just put the fence posts up. Now, I did post one picture of it on Instagram, but if you're not following me on Instagram, then you haven't seen it. But that was only partially finished. Now, it is still only partially finished, but it is functional now. Thank you so much, Mike. I can't wait to show it off, to be honest with you. I'm so excited. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. Booyah! I hope that's 24. Okay, 1. No, 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 no. No, that's not how that was supposed to go. I can't believe I did that. Did I do it wrong or did I do it right? 2, 6, 8. All right, let's do this one over because I don't know how to count, like I said before. 1, 2, 3. Excuse me. At least I didn't have to take it all the way out. I think I seen you on. I think you're right, Dorothy. I do believe you're right because I know I've seen your name before. Um, tonight I'm making a sea turtle. Um, and so far I've got his head finished, and excuse me, two of his little flippers. Uh, you know what I think, guys? I think I need to lift this up a little bit so you can see more of my table here a little bit more. Yes, it's Fred the Sea Turtle. Jane put the link in. So if anybody is interested in making Fred, go over and see CJ Designs and her blog at that link right there. It is a free pattern, and I'm ever so grateful for that. Now, you can download it on her website. There's a link at the bottom of that free pattern. You can get a PDF and keep it forever and ever. It's $5, but I'm okay with just, looking on her blog for this. I'm not going to make any more sea turtles after this, I don't believe. I reckon if somebody asked me for one, I would, but now you watch. I'll get this one done for my son, and then my daughter will decide she needs one too. Okay, Mike, I hope you come back. Sounds good. Thank you. Wow. He's cleaning the kitchen. I wish I could hire the cleaning fairy to come clean my kitchen. I've done I've done dishes today already, and it looks like a disaster blew up over there. That's what happens when you have a bunch of people using the kitchen. You know what I mean? Because, it's not like I cook dinner and we all sit down and eat and everybody cleans up anymore. I've got, two teenagers with jobs, and everybody eats at a different time now. And we do have family dinners on Sundays, and we try on Saturdays, but usually one or the two of them is at work. Um, Mondays is a better day for family dinners, but like I said, we try to have them as often as we can, but we definitely do it on Sunday. Um, but of course, they're big enough to make their own dinner, and they're big enough to uh, cook for themselves and mess the kitchen up and find all of the things they need to cook with. But apparently, they have not matured to the point where they just clean the kitchen because they know it needs to be done. But that's just how that goes. I've learned after raising 7 children now that most of the time teenagers do not do anything that they're not asked to do. It is very rare for them to volunteer, at least the ones that belong to me. Let's put it that way. But I don't think I'm alone in that. I've heard lots of mamas talk about their teenagers. I don't think I have too much longer with my daughter. She's going to be transferring to the university in, I believe, January. So she's going to be studying microbiology. Imagine that. I was never smart enough to study any microology, no kind of ology. Are you leaving us, Dorothy? Or are you saying goodbye to Mike? Well, would you look at that? I did it right, finally. Um, without counting, I mean. Let's see. Okay, you've aggravated me enough. My cat is over here on my table, and I don't like cats on the table, do I? Got my trusty bottle of water. They do not like that. However, it does motivate them to get off the table when I tell them to. Oh, no, 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 no. So is anybody else working on the garden? Robin, I know you got to be growing something. But then again, it might be too early for you yet. You said it was freezing. Robin lives up north. And shoot, who knows? She might still be getting snow. And I know Mike lives in the north. Who else lives in the north? Jane does not. She's in the south with me. Mara, where do you live? I mean, what part of the country do you live in? I'm not trying to be specific or anything. I know sometimes that's a very tightly held secret, you know? Has to be. Has to be with the way the world is today. You can't just go telling everybody all your business and where you are and, you know, all your government information. Okay, one thing I have learned while crocheting this sea turtle and his pretty little flippers is that I am not a super fan of these furls hooks. While it does make it easier to hold the hook, I tend to be doing a lot of slipping. The yarn is slipping off of the hook a lot more than it normally would. Now, y'all, I don't know if you're new here, you might not know this, but I am a diehard Susan Bates user, and I love Susan Bates hooks. Um, I look out the window. The beds are ready, but I'm not. I understand. I understand. Oh, Mara grew up in the Bay Area of California. You know what, Mara? I bet the gardening is wonderful there. And I don't know if you garden or not, but I can't even imagine being able to garden in California where you can grow things without having to worry about freak snowstorms like we had last year. Or what about talking about last year? It was this year I think it was the end of January, beginning of February. Um, Dwayne said it's warmer there. Hey, Dwayne, but the weather can change. Gardening usually starts in mid to late May. Okay, okay, okay. Let me see what I'm doing here. If I remember. Robin said yes, it refused to go out there. Okay, and you're near Portland now. Okay. Well, it's probably a little too early for you guys to. Hmm. Does Portland have super cold winters? It seems like they don't. I think actually Portland weather is kind of like ours here, except without the awful humidity, and y'all get more, well, your parents' garden, tomatoes, zucchini, fruit trees, artichokes, yum, peppers and flowers. Up here in Oregon, I can barely keep house plants. I'm like, oh no. Well, I'm a house plant killer. Well, that's not necessarily so. I've gotten better at it through the years, but I used to every house plant that I would buy, I would kill it. Y'all, I'm gonna have to let my dog in, or I'm gonna end up sending her to the Humane Society. And I don't want to do that because that's where we got her from 11, 12 years ago. Let me grab her real quick. Dinah, come on, girl. Have a good night, night. Come on. Good night. Good girl. Good girl. Thank you. Okay. Let's see. I'm just going to make sure that I'm not missing anybody. Okay, I'm good. I just bought a new house plant last weekend, actually. I couldn't believe that I found that. I feel like it was a huge score, even though I know it wasn't, because they sold it to me for the same price they're selling it to everybody else. I'll show it to you. I got myself let me move it here. This is a Monstera Thai constellation. And these things, this size, used to cost close to $600, believe it or not, during the pandemic. And I found this for 30 bucks at Home Depot. And the reason the reason they're not as expensive anymore or as rare as they once were, is because this company, Costa Farms, has learned, it has acquired the ability to do tissue cultures of certain plants, all the rare ones, and they're making them more available to the public. And I think that's pretty cool. I love a philodendron. This is not, it's a monstera, but I've got philodendron Brazil is this one here that you can see barely in the thing. And then I've got a ZZ plant up there, a raven ZZ plant. But I used to have a Florida ghost and I killed her. It was heartbreaking. Yeah, Home Depot does have some good plants every now and then, especially in the springtime, um, when they get their new houseplant shipments in and stuff. Okay, what am I doing now? That just doesn't feel. Yeah, it does. Okay. I don't know why, but when I get to the end of each one of these flippers, it just doesn't feel complete until I do this. And now it looks like it's supposed to. Mm, so one more, and then we can start working on this, the shell, which will be neat. Stinking cat. Nope, that's my hair. Okay, note to self. Don't use white or cream colored yarns. One more. You would really like to have a hazelnut, but oh goodness, I would really like to be able to grow one here. It's too hot here for hazelnut bush, but I don't blame you, Dwayne. That would be a wonderful bush to have. Didn't you say that your family had a farm, Dwayne? I seem to remember something like that. Um, I gave a friend of mine plants, but ended up killing them. They have no knowledge of gardening. Sometimes though there's a learning curve, especially with indoor plants versus outdoor plants, I think. Let's put us back on crochet instead of me. There. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I did get notification today that my Cara orange bushes tree is coming this week on Thursday. So that's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. That's 4 days earlier than they predicted it would be here. Or, when they estimated in the beginning. I got a message from UPS today saying it would be here between 11 and 3 on Thursday, which really makes me happy. Y'all, I have bought more trees in the past month than I've ever bought in my entire life. And I'm really hoping that I don't kill all of them. I'm not extremely versed in tree growing, so to speak. Oh my goodness, this chat is going crazy over here. Okay, I got to catch up. Why is it going so fast on YouTube and it's because I was behind. That's why. Um, it's rare to see snow in the summer in Alberta, but it has happened and still can happen. Mara says, my parents gardened. Okay, we already went there. Can barely keep house plants. Oh, that's so funny. Um, you know what is the reason that I have a hard time with house plants is I end up putting them usually in a corner somewhere where it needs a house plant. But then kind of like out of sight, out of mind. And then I forget to water it. And I don't see it until it's an eyesore. And then it's gone already. So there's that. And that's why I started putting my plants up here behind me on this shelf because I see them every day when they're there. Um, We had wild hazelnut bush on the farm, and it was nice to eat the hazelnuts off. Oh, I'm sure it was. You also have a lot of wild edibles that I would like to try. Nopal and other plants. I did have prickly pear fruit that I bought at a grocery store, expensive but good, $2 for one. Oh my, that is a lot for one piece of fruit. Of course, there are some tropical fruits that can run $12 a pound. And then your fruit weighs 4 or 5 pounds or 3 pounds. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Okay. We had ditch strawberries, Saskatoon berries, also called service berries, other berries and wild mushrooms, all very. Huh. I know that there are wild edibles, near where I live, and we can forage for certain things. In fact, my son, is in Scouts, and one time we did a tour in the forest, probably an hour north of here, and it was an educational tour on finding foraging for food in the forest. So that was kind of cool. Now, do I remember any of it? No, ma'am. No, sir. No, no, nothing. I don't remember any of it. Um, all I remember is it was fun and interesting. Dwayne, that is great to have so many edibles. Just great. Yes, it is, isn't it? It really is. Well, I got, let's see, if I can list the trees that I've bought in the last 2 weeks, that's where I was headed with my diatribe about buying so many trees. Nope, that wasn't right. Maybe it was. Okay, it was. Um, I have, my dad ended up, this is how it started. Dad gave me 2 persimmon trees at Christmas time. And then I decided I needed an apricot tree and a nectarine tree. And then I bought 6 blueberry bushes. And then I got a Meyer lemon and a satsuma, which is like a tangerine. It's a mandarin orange. And then, oh, you know what? It didn't start with persimmons because Mona sent me a mulberry tree, like a cutting with roots and everything, back in November, maybe early December. So there's that. And yeah, so that's my list of trees. Okay. Um and I'm going to grow most of them in pot, but the nectarine, the apricot, and the mulberry, I think, are going to get a spot in the yard, actually in the ground. Lemon and orange trees would be awesome to grow. They are. They really are. I really enjoy having citrus in the yard. Dinah, no, you are making way too much noise, young lady. Lay down and go night night. Good grief! Sounds like she's trying to bust out of jail or something. Um, yeah, I really enjoy having citrus. Now, I haven't had citrus growing in my yard in probably about 5 years. The last tree I had was a Meyer lemon tree, but it was the old style. Right now, they're doing a new and improved Meyer lemon. That's the name of it, improved Meyer lemon. And it's a lot more disease resistant than the older version. Dinah, no, no. She don't pay no attention to me. She's the only person in this house that gives me the middle finger every time I say something to her. Um, but yeah, the last Meyer lemon tree I had probably lived about 3 years and then it died. And there was just nothing I could do for it. I fertilized it. I gave it everything I thought it needed. I didn't try to overwater it like people do. It just died. And I was sad about it, but we'll see what happens because I'm hoping that this improved version, what the devil? Um, I'm hoping that the improved version does better in the yard. Okay, where am I? Okay. So have any of you made turtles? Mara says earlier that she had made turtles. Jackie, have you made any sea turtles? Mm-mm. You better get down. You are not allowed on the table. Jackie, please tell everybody I don't usually have all these problems with my animals. Dwayne, tell him. Tell him. You know, Dwayne has been a supporter of my channel for years. How long has it been, Dwayne? About 5 years? And one of the best ones I've had throughout my journey on YouTube. Um, the Crafty Gypsy. Hi, how are you? It's good to see you. Thanks for coming in tonight. I really do appreciate it. Um, so what when you did your pattern, Jackie, did you have to sew anything, or how did you put it together? I'm just curious because I've never seen one like this one that I'm doing. And I've looked at a few patterns, but I've never actually done one. So there's that. So this is my first sea turtle. But I will say that it seems to be relatively easy to accomplish so far. So far. Um, 2, 3, 4, 6. No, this last one here at the bottom seems to be really tough to get the hook through, but that's okay because there's two right close to each other. Yeah, and it does look feel a little more difficult. Feels like I'm fighting with it just a little bit. Look at that, y'all. So now I have 4 flippers and a little head. And when I come back from the ladies' room, we're going to finish, hopefully, we're going to do the back of him. Maybe the bottom too. I'm not sure how this is all going to pan out. But if you'll give me just a moment, I will be right back, okay? Okay, intermission is over. I'm gonna have to figure out how to do this. So Poppy is going to give the dog some water and see if he can't make her happier so she's not so loud. Because she was kind of making me crazy. Of course, Poppy would say, "How can we tell?"
Normally, I would just say too late.
Too late. Okay, the shell. Begin working with contrast color B and an 8mm hook. Well, there's my 8mm hook. Let's put all these flippers away. Now, it didn't tell me to weave the ends in or anything on these flippers, so I'm not sure exactly when I'm supposed to do that, but we'll figure it out, right? Come on. See, now that is something I don't like. They have tied this together and left a great big knot with teeny tiny little short ends. That aggravates me. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing here. Yarn barf. Okie dokie. Well, I'm not going to deal with this. Don't like it. So let's cut it. And I'll work that in if I have to. But I don't think I'll have to. There's a lot of yarn here. Okay. 6. Same as the, started off the same as you do all the rest of them. Hey. What are you doing? Okay. Lydia, how are you tonight? 1, 2. You know, Jackie, I instinctively grabbed this yarn because I knew I liked it the best, and I didn't even see if anybody else had a different opinion. It's okay. We'll just use it. We'll go with it. 3, 4. Well, isn't that interesting? Now let me. Oh, God. What just happened?
Kitty cat tried to jump on me from the back, and I don't have a shirt on.
So apparently, Poppy was almost murdered by the cat. She tried to climb him like he was a tree. Which one? Was
Spooky.
Birdie or Spooky? Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Bleeding.
No, not bad. Just a couple of little red dots. Whoops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I'm doing okay. Took a big nap. Good. Yes, she was being naughty. She's the naughtiest one of the bunch right now. It's because she's younger. You know, she's still pretty much a kitten. If I had to guess, well, we got her on Halloween night. So November, December, January, February, March. If I had to guess, I'd say she's about 7 or 8 months old. Yeah. Did you say the pattern calls for an 8mm hook? Well, it calls for Okay, the head calls for a 7mm hook. And then she says, do these with an 8mm hook. But I used a 6.5 on this because I don't own a 7. But I have come to the conclusion that I don't think it would matter if you did an 8 all the way through the whole thing. If it wasn't Meatless Monday, I'd have added ham and bacon to the salad. Still good. Well, yeah. Meatless Monday. You know, I haven't done Meatless Monday yet. Did you say? Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
When did? Oh well.
Today.
Is today Monday?
Yeah,
Well, I guess I didn't do Meatless Monday. I hadn't had anything for dinner yet.
eat peanuts.
What I'll probably do before I go to bed is boil me a couple of eggs and do what Poppy said and eat some peanuts.
Some of the fridge.
What's in the fridge?
Eggs.
Eggs. Okay. All right. Let me figure out where I'm at here. 2. Poppy kind of startled me when he went to hollering over that kitty cat, scratching him. Well, she didn't just scratch him. She dug her claws in pretty good. Cause apparently she wanted to be up high where he was. It's good to take a break a day. Yes, it is. It really is. And well, I don't eat meat every day anyway. I cook it for them, but as far as I go, I don't eat meat every day. I probably eat it, if I had to guess, I'd say 3 or 4 days a week. And I do love a salad. 2, 4, 6. I do eat a lot of eggs, and I eat a lot of vegetables, and I eat fruit. Once in a while, I have to break down and eat a brownie. Just saying. I got to tell the truth. Once in a while. Or a donut. Hey, Debbie. Thanks for coming in tonight. It's good to see you. Um, but I've been trying really hard to have a more healthy diet and eat less carbs. And it's not that I'm not opposed to eating meat at all. I enjoy it. I love a good ribeye every now and then. I love a good hamburger, and a pork chop or whatever. I love it. It's just that some days you want it and some days you don't. You know, you made a salad Saturday. It was more meat than lettuce. That's all right. I feel like I'm not in the right spot here, too. Okay, y'all, all these colors are throwing me for a loop. I think I'm going to have to pay more attention to what I'm doing. It was easy when it was just a solid color. Isn't that crazy? Maybe I'll use my stitch marker on this row instead of the 3rd row. That'll help. Oh, come on. Eight, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. That did help. Help keep me a little more focused. No, I'm actually on the shell now. I've got the head done and I finished all the flippers and now we're working on his back. Excuse me. I know, right? I'm kind of impressed with myself. I have to run over here and look for the pattern again. What's next? Okay, I thought that's what was next. It's always good to verify, though, isn't it? One thing I was going to say about this yarn, y'all, is that it's kind of interesting that this yarn and this yarn are the same varieties. So it's all this cozy occasion yarn bee yarn, but this has a Bernat blanket type texture to it. It's a little bit softer than Bernat blanket. This feels a little bit like the chenille that I've been working with to make Tanner. Now it's not exact, but it's a lot softer than the cream colored yarn. And it's the same, it's Yarn Bee and the same name. So I don't know what that's all about. But this is a lot softer than that white yarn, which I find very interesting. Because now when I felt the other one, this one here is not near as soft as this one. This feels more like the Bernat blanket. This feels more like a chenille. How crazy is that? Okay, what did I just do? 2, 1, 2. No, 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 no. Look at me. I was trying to do a half double crochet there for a minute. It's, you know what's crazy is this feels a little bit too loose. That's not going to work. Let me get my, I'll be right back, guys. I'm going to go get my hooks. This is too, see, I can stick my whole finger through there. Now, that's not going to work at all when I need to stuff it with this stuffing. So, see, now I've got this M that's furls. It says it's 8mm. But I have an L here that also says it's 8mm. And it's a boy hook. Somebody's confused, aren't they? That's a J. A K. I'm going to use my other K. I don't like that. I'm going to use a 6.5 on this because I think that's going to tighten it up a little better, and we'll just have to let the chips fall, you know. I'm going to pull this out real quick. For my amigurumis, I always use 6mm or smaller. I'm going to have to check on that, Mike. I've never done this pattern before, so I haven't even gotten that far. So I'll check the next time I look at the pattern, though. So you only use a 6mm or less. Well, now, see, for these, it worked out great. The 8mm. It's soft. It's going to work. And then the 6.5 worked great for the the head. There's no holes or anything, and I've already stuffed it. But this yarn is just so different. I may end up having to use the other yarn. I don't know. Let's check it out and see, okay? Oh no, this will be okay, I think. Of course, I'm might be jumping the gun. 4, 5. Yeah, I think so too, Jackie. I think the 6.5 will work. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's what I'm doing, Mike. I'm using the same as I did for the head. Yeah, I think it's definitely going to work a lot better too. You know how you can just feel it? It's like making biscuits. You just feel when it's right. Same with this. And of course, I might be crocheting a little tighter than I normally would. You know, Jackie, I think the next time I make one of these amigurumis, I'm going to start really practicing the going under stitch to see if it makes a difference or not. I think with a thinner yarn it might, but with this it seems to be working out okay. Here we go. So let's see what's next. As I thought. 1, 2, 3. Okay, for the next couple of rows I can do just keep going with it. Oh wow, we've already been crocheting for an hour and a half, haven't we? It doesn't seem like it tonight. Sometimes I get up here and I'm crocheting for an hour and I'm like, oh gosh, am I done yet? Not tonight. 1, Jackie will be making me a doctor appointment in the morning. Hopefully they'll answer you. Is that for your headaches, honey? Jackie, that's really good of you to help her out with that. I know that you've been struggling for what, a whole week now? I know since late last week. One. Yeah, I do hope they answer you tomorrow. Getting them nonstop. Do you wake up with them? Yeah. How long's that been going on, Lydia? Look at there. Let's see what's next. 30 single crochet 2, increase in next stitch. Oh, well, that's goofy. I'm really going to have to count on this one. Okay, so here's the directions for the next row, y'all. I've never seen directions like this in a circle before. So it says single crochet 3. So 1, 2, 3. Let me use my thing here. 1, 2, 3. No, 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 no. Single crochet 2. 1, 2. All right. And then increase in the next stitch. So there's 1, 2 here. Now single crochet 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then increase in the next stitch. So 1, 2. Now do it again. So 1, 2, increase. Y'all, is this common in these types of patterns that you get those wonky directions that are not your typical circle? 3, 4, and then increase again. 1, 2, then 1, 2, increase. Just when you think you're on a roll, it'll throw something at you like a curveball. 2, 3, 4, increase. Okay. Repeat sequence until 2 stitches left. Okay. 1, 2, 3. So 2 stitches are left, so single crochet 2 stitches. Okay. So that should be 36 stitches. Let's see. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12, 5, 36. Well, why is there, oh, for the love of Pete. There's one extra stitch, and I don't know where it came from. Jackie, advise, please. Should I go back and do it again, or should I keep going? Hello, Manuela. Thank you so much for coming in and hanging out with us tonight. She just divides her increase in that way. It's fine. Yeah, it is. It's just I got an extra stitch. Should I just ignore it or keep going? I'm just going to keep going because it's extra, so I can just skip right over it. Okay. 7 through 9, single crochet around 36 times. Okay, I can, oh, that'll be easy to avoid. I mean, just to keep going. Okay, let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 8, 12, 14. I agree with Jackie. Do a decrease so your number comes out right. Oops. Oops. Let's see how it goes. 16. 18. Oh, I probably should have done that. 22, 23. Well, 35, 36. It worked, even though I didn't do a decrease. But now it's going to look wonky, isn't it? God, I hope not. Keep your fingers crossed, y'all. It is interesting to be unique, but I also want to be correct. How do I balance correct and unique? Oh. Y'all, I'm a little concerned about my son going on this trip tomorrow, and I shouldn't be. He's going to be with a whole group of band kids. And a band instructor that I have known for 8 years. It'll be okay. However, I will have to admit that this is the first time that he's been away from home for more than overnight trips camping with his daddy. And look, he's a big boy. He's 16. He's resourceful. It's just a long way, you know. It's a long ways from home. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you know, no matter how old they are, they're still your baby. And he is especially my baby because he's the youngest of 7. So he's the end of the road for me. 16, 17, 18. Kind of like my redemption child, the one I have to get right, you know. He is going to Washington, D.C. to march in the Cherry Blossom Parade on Saturday. It's they're having the Cherry Blossom Festival. What the devil is going on? Why can't I seem to get my count right? Wait a minute, let's check. I think I know what happened. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, 16, 18. Yeah, I knew where I missed the count. It's right. It's right. 36. He will be spending the entire week in DC. They are going to the, oh gosh, what aren't they doing? They're going to the Capitol building, the Smithsonian, the Holocaust Museum. They're going to the Lincoln Memorial and the Washington Memorial. They're going to the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. They're going to Mount Vernon. And then they're doing a good night, Mara. Thank you so much for coming in. Oh, I hope I will post it on Instagram, okay? When I finish it. Um what am I trying to say? Oh, they're taking a dinner cruise down the Potomac River on one of the nights. They're staying in Arlington, Virginia. They're marching in the parade on Saturday, and then Monday they're leaving DC and going to Williamsburg, Virginia, and spending the whole day at Busch Gardens. So y'all don't forget to go to Mara's channel after I'm done here and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Oh, fiddlesticks. Okay, here we go. I'm just going to do one right here. So they have a wonderful, wonderful vacation / trip planned for them. And I don't think he knows what he's in for, because he's never been to Washington, D.C. He's never been out of Mississippi except to go to Georgia to my parents' house. He did go to Oxford, Mississippi a couple of years ago to compete in a indoor percussion competition. But yeah, it's going to be great. I think he's going to be really overwhelmed, though. Not in a bad way, in a good way. Hey, Lana, how have you been? I haven't seen you in a while. Is everything going all right? Let me see what my next instructions are. Okay. So I did the 2 rows around for 36 stitches. Turn your work, and now you will do 1 round with the inside of the shell facing you. Okay, so do that. Well, it's been facing me the whole time. What are you talking about? Okay, I'll do it. Single crochet around through the back loop of the stitch. Okay, well, I can do that. So let's single crochet. Oops, I missed the first one. Okay, let's do this. I hope this little peach color in here doesn't make it look too feminine. 3. It won't matter. I don't think it matters. Wait a minute. Did it say back loop? Yes, it did. 4. Okay, good night, Jackie. Thank you so much for coming in. 11. Y'all go check out Jackie's channel too. 12. 13. 14. 15. not feeling good the last couple of days. Can't stay. Wanted to say hi and give a thumbs up. Thank you so much, Lana. If you're still here, I really appreciate that. Yeah, been better, been worse. I'm so sorry. I hope you get to feeling better soon, though. I truly do. Uh-oh, I lost my count. It's okay. I've got my little pen in, my little stitch marker, and I can count it when I'm done, right? Lydia, is this not the most chaotic crocheting you've ever seen done in your life? It feels chaotic just because I'm not quite familiar with what I'm doing here. Okay, so I did that. Let's count it and make sure it's 36. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. Yay, go me. Oh gosh, how cute is that? Look. Okay, so I'm gonna give y'all a sneak peek. Well, his head looks a little big, don't it? See? Okay. I hope that this is going to be a little bigger than what I think it is. I hope this is not, and we'll see what happens when it's stuffed, okay? Let's see. Now, what do I do next? Fred? Okay. Cut yarn, leaving a small tail to join the round and weave in the end. Okay, well, I can do that too. Cut the yarn, leave a small tail. And now it says to, now why does it say to weave this one in and not the other ones? That's interesting. Where's my, there you are. All right, let's do this. I'm going to try really hard to turn a little bit of music on because I'm taking a lot longer um, to go around these rows, and I know y'all are probably getting bored. I don't want that. I want y'all to not realize how much time I'm taking to get this thing done. You know, like time flies when you're having fun and wasting time and blah, 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 blah. All of that. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, here we go. Oh, no, no, no. You can't go in there. There, we'll do it that way. There. Fingers crossed, y'all. Okay, now what are we doing? Using the shell you just completed, begin working with the main color and a 7mm hook. Okay. Make a slip knot to join new color with inside of shell facing away from me. Insert hook in any of the stitches from round 10. Let's see. Back loop. Okay. All right. Oh, this is going to be crazy. Okay. And facing me. Using the shell you just completed, begin working with main color A, which is this one, and a 7mm hook. Make a slip knot with the inside of the shell facing away from me. I don't quite know what that means, but okay. All right. No, that's not right. Well, y'all, Wheels, how you doing? Last week's storms didn't. No, thank goodness they did not. I guess I am making a flat bottom, but I don't see what they're. But I have to attach the uh all of the appendages as I go. Does that make sense, Mike? Okay. So what I'll do is let me read the rest of this because just doing that one row is not making sense. So let me see what the next one says to do. Repeat this for the next 3 stitches until the head's attached. Single crochet 2, attach first leg from the corner of the leg. Which corner? This one. Count 3 stitches down. Oh, y'all, this is going to be a process. Okay, so once everything's attached, then what? You should now have reached the end of the round, and all the pieces should be attached to the body, 36 stitches. That makes sense. Okay. Single crochet 4, decrease, repeat, 3, decrease, repeat, 2, decrease, repeat. Huh. Okay, I think I'm almost finished, y'all. But give me about 2 minutes. I'm going to turn on a little bit of music and give y'all an intermission because I have got to run to the ladies' room. Give me 1 minute. I hope this works. Um, okay. Oh, fiddlesticks. Okay, do y'all hear an echo? Yes, you do. Mm. Well, the music thing is not going to work while I am. Let me see if I can do it this way. I might be able to do it like this. Sorry, guys. Can you hear me okay still? Start with head row. I'll be right back, guys. Okay. Oh. So it's going to be on the outside. Why is that happening? Can y'all hear me okay? Is the echo gone? Okay. There it is, right there. That is not right, is it? Yes, it is. Okay. So, all right, Fred, don't let me down. I am not great with spatial things like this. So, turn your work. You'll do one row inside of the shell facing you. Did I do that right? No, I did not. I should have had the inside of the shell face. I did. Wait a minute. Did I get? I did it wrong, y'all. Crapola. Okay. Oh, come on. Please don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do this. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So I'm going to start here. I think what happened was I turned it the wrong direction, I believe. So what I should have done was, oh, good grief. So it says turn the inside of the shell facing me. Okay. Well, that's weird. Hey, Izzy, I am very confused right now, my dear. You can't breathe through your nose and you're having a tough time sleep. Well, if I couldn't breathe through my nose, I'd have a tough time sleeping too, honey. Is it a cold, you think, or allergies? Okay, so it says 7 through 9 crochet single stitches all the way around. I did that. 108 total stitches. I did it for 2 rows. Okay. Then it says turn your work. Well, turn it means do this. And now you will do 1 round with the inside of the shell facing you. Okay, so and then go in the back loops. That doesn't make sense though. 1, 2, This is really frustrating. And I really don't want to give up. Okay. Turn your work. Back loop. 1. Back loop. 2. Back loop. 3. Back loop. 4. Okay. Okay, now it's starting to make a little more sense. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 18, 19, 20. Once I get 21, hang on a sec. 22. Let me count this. 23, 24, 12 more. 25, 26, 28, 30, 31, no, 31, 32. Oh, mm, oh no. Okay, wait. 'You will go through there. You will do it. You will do it.' Oh, no, you won't. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. I'm gonna have to do something with that later, but that's okay. I wonder if it wanted me to slip stitch over here. Well, I don't have enough yarn to do that, so oh my goodness. Nope. Y'all, this is a struggle. Finally thought I had it figured out. And then I ran out of yarn because I had to redo it. And doing it wrong the first time has impeded my progress. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to cut that. We're going to get it to where it'll pull out. And I'm just going to have to attach the yarn way back here where I started so that I know I have enough. There we go. There. So what I'm going to do is count. 10, 15, 16, 6. Okay. Okay. So what I'm going to do is take that out. Got 2 loops on my hook. And I'm going to start a new strand here so that I'll have enough to finish the round, and then go and do the other one. Let's just tie a knot right here. Now, I don't know how many rows I've got on here. Can y'all hear me okay? Because I feel like I'm talking really soft because I'm concentrating. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So I need to do one more round this way. 1. Where's my stitch marker? I'm going to lick this, I promise you. I'm going to get it right. Okay, honey, you go and take care of yourself, all right? Yay, Lydia's back. Lydia, I'm really struggling with this pattern, honey. I hate to be a disappointment, but I am really struggling. 2, 3. I might end up having to go watch a video or something on how this was put together. I think I can see it in my head a little bit, according to the directions. So I'm going to try it. The sound is good. Okay, thank you, dear. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh gosh, I've lost count again. 8, 9, 13. I feel like Clint Eastwood tonight. I'm improvising and overcoming. 20, 21, 2, 23, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Here we go. 36. Okay. That was row 9, I believe. Let me check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9. Okay. Now row 10, I'm turning my work. And then I'm going to 1, 2, uh, 6, 8. Mm-mm. Seven. Are you serious right now? Let's try again. Okay, 36. All right. That was a struggle. It's a follow along link. Um, you know what? I didn't know there was a follow along link. And that's okay, because I'm gonna figure this booger out, okay? I am gonna do it. Ouch! I just cut myself with my scissors. Well, oh well. It was just a pinch, not a cut. Well, if I try to follow it along while I'm on my computer, um, it is not going to let me do that because it's going to echo like crazy, and I'm not sure how to. That's not right. I'm not sure how to make the echo stop. So I'm going to figure this out the old-fashioned way. Good old-fashioned ingenuity, I guess, even though I don't feel like I have any right now. I feel like I've made um, a V right here that really shouldn't be here. So if I have to fix it in the end, I can do that. Cut yarn, leaving a small tail to join the round. See, it says to join it and weave in the end. So I'm going to join it where? Right here where I started, I reckon. Okay. But see, there's a hole I can stick my whole finger through, y'all. So I'm going to have to somehow fix that. And now I'm going to cut that off. So, and then I'll weave it in later. I'm not going to weave anything else in until I know for sure I've done it the right way. But it does look, yeah, that's what I'll do. You know what? I'm going to weave it in now because I know it's the right way now. So, at least I believe it is. And what I'll do is I'll repair this hole here while I'm doing that. There, let's go this direction. And then we'll go this direction. And then we'll go back that direction, I think. Yeah. And then take it down here. Thank y'all for staying with me through that fiasco. Whew. Thank you very much. Yeah, see, now the hole's not there. That's great. So now what I'm going to do is, see, I have to use that back loop that I did not crochet into before. If I can find the stinking thing. Is it that? Yes, it's right there. No, it's not. So let me see this. Hmm. Oh, have mercy. No, it's right here. Found it. Okay. Now we're cooking with gas, y'all. Thank you, Jane Doe. I feel like I don't. I'm taking myself off of here for a minute. Mm. Can y'all hear me okay still? Yeah, I think you can. So now, I joined in the round, I weaved in the end. Using the shell you just completed, begin working with the main color, okay? Where's my main color again? There it is. Get this out of the way. All right, where is my slip knot? There it is, right there. There's my slip knot. Ooh, look, I did cut myself. Yuck. And here I am working with white yarn. Oh, crud. Let me see if I have a Band-Aid, y'all, because I do not want to get this all nasty. Can you believe that? I got a little first aid kit right over here. It's just going to be a little noisy, I think. Be right back. Well, seems like this is what is it called? Lemony Snickets. A series of unfortunate events. See, look at that. Yuck. And I'm just doing this. I know I don't need a Band-Aid, y'all, but I just want to keep it from getting all over my yarn. Okay. Let's do this. So the head away from me. That is the top of the head. Okay, it's got to be upside down, right? Yeah, because it needs to be like that. Okay, upside down and away from me. Slip knot and attach. Okay, you need to go away, young lady. Y'all, this cat is not going to leave me alone. Okay, so using the shell you just completed, begin work with main color A in a 7mm hook. Make a slip knot to join new color with the inside of the shell facing away. Well, hell's bells. It's not exactly facing away, but that's okay. I'll figure it out. Insert the hook in any of the stitches from round 10, the loop that you didn't crochet into. I did that. Single crochet 2. Okay. 1 and 2. Now, attach the head. With the head upside down and facing me. What? Okay, upside down and facing away because I'm not doing it right apparently. So insert the hook into the first stitch pinched, then into the body. Are you serious right now? Upside down facing me. Oh, okay, I did that. Okay. Insert hook in the first stitch pinched, then single crochet into the body. Okay. Okay. That makes no sense. Mm. It's going to make sense in just a minute because I'm going to do it the way I need to do it and not the way they tell me to do it. So here is what I'm going to do. And now I'm going to single crochet. Now I know why they wanted me to do it that way, but it's impossible. So, okay. How about we take this thing that's in my way out? Hope this works, y'all. Because if not, I don't know what to do. So, okay. Now single crochet. All right. And now tighten it up some. Now we're going to do it again. Through here. Take off that purple one. Now we're going to go in there. Oh, okay. And now we're going to single crochet that. Ah, bet we did get it right. Kitty cat, you have got to go away. I'm serious. I'm so for real right now. I'm not in the mood for this tonight. Quit begging. She's so needy, y'all. Mm. Okay. 2 more stitches and then I'll feel a lot better about this. Where's my... Okay. That wasn't right. Okay. It was this one. Okay. Kitty, don't you even try it. Don't try it, Birdie. Y'all, I feel like such an amateur. This is insane. Gosh. Uh-huh. That it? That's it. Okay. 4. Okay. Good grief. Okay, now what do I do? Okay, attach the head. I hope. Yes, it's attached. Okay. So now I'm going to crochet 6 single crochets up. Oh no. Count 3 stitches down. What? 2 single crochets. I'm going to assume we crochet here 2, 1 and 2. All right. Now we're going to attach one of these flippers. And I'm assuming we're going to do it this way. 1, 2, 3 stitches down. Insert the hook and single crochet into the body. Insert the hook and then single crochet into the body. Well, that's not right. Sticks. Okay, let's do it again. Stitches down. Stitches down. Okay. Is that right? I think it is. I think that might be right. Okay. Repeat with the 2 stitches remaining. Oh, okay. So do that 2 more times on these. Okay, got it. Okay. Y'all, this is starting to feel a little easier. Just a little. So I'm going to attach that way. And then, okay. All right. So look. Oh, dear Lord, did I do it backwards? Is it supposed to be that way or that? Oh, no. Okay, well, that's okay. That's okay. I can fix it. I think. I think I can fix it. Okay. 3. How the devil am I supposed to fix that? I guess this way is how I'm supposed to fix it. 1, 2, 3. Okay. There. Okay. Do that next one. You know what? Back when I was in high school, they used to give the ASVAB test. I don't know if they still do it, but I did really good on that test except one section. Can you believe what it was? It was the one where you had to put the boxes together. They were laid out flat, and you had to fold them in your mind to make an actual box. And I did miserably on that. And this is kind of the same thing. You're having to visualize something in writing and make it happen in 3D. So I'm just not very good at that, but I'm going to keep plugging away at it until I actually am able to do this. And it might not be exactly the way that the instructions tell me to do it, but it'll look like a turtle when I'm done. So please don't hold that against me. Oh, here we go. There. Now let me pull that back out. There. I think that's good. Okay. I will take my needle. Where'd it go? Look at there. I can't even hardly see it. There. And now see, that looks better, doesn't it? It looks like it's going the right direction. I think it does. Oh, for the love of Pete. Well, it's just going to have to work right now. I might. So what happens next? Attach second leg. Okay, 6. The round side of the leg is always facing the head. Okay. Well, the round side is facing the head. All right. I guess I got it right that time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So the round side of the leg is always facing the head. Well, if that's the case, that's funny because if I have a, okay, okay, we're going to do it this way. No, we're not. Was that 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Yes, it was. So now let's do the back end. So 1, 2, oh fiddlesticks, 2, and 3. And then how many? Single. Oh, how stinking cute. So now I'm going to single crochet 2, 1, 2. Y'all, I'm about to make the tail. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Single crochet down the tail. 1, 2, 3. Single crochet 2, 1, 2. Look at that, y'all. It's got a little tail on it. That is adorable. I'm sorry. I'm a little infatuated with this little tail. Okay. Attach the third leg. It's got to be the same direction, so let me, oh dear Lord have mercy. I'm going to have to do it from this direction, I think. I could be wrong. We're going to find out. Jeez. 1, 2. And then, no, I'm going to go down here. See if that works. 3. Um, oh, I see. And, oh, come on. There it is. 3. Now what? 6. 1, 2. I learned a lesson. 3. Making this, and I don't think I will ever want to use a variegated yarn for the shell again. 4, 5, because it's extremely difficult for me to see the variegated yarn. From the corner, insert the hook in the first stitch and single crochet into the body. Repeat for the next 2 stitches. I have no idea what it's asking me to do. See? Oh, look at that. Okay, let's try it again. Okay, let's try again. All right. I have no clue how that's supposed to work. But I'm going to figure it out. All right. 1, 2. Hmm. Okay. Okay, now it says do what? Attach the third leg from the corner. Insert hook in the first stitch and single crochet to the body. I did that. Repeat for the next 2 stitches. Okay. 6 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now what? Attach the third as the fourth. Let's turn it this way so I can see which direction it's supposed to go. But it's not correct. That is correct. Okay, so here's how it's going to go. One. There's a lot of stray strings on here, aren't there? Stray strands of yarn, loose ends, that kind of stuff. But I'll take care of that as soon as I get this little devil put together. Goodness gracious, this is so different than anything I've ever done before. I thought making sweaters was hard. And this is not hard, y'all. It's just not how my brain works. And that's why I'm struggling with it a little bit. So now, okay, I did the fourth leg as the third. Okay, I did that. You should now have reached the end of the round and all pieces should be attached to the body. What? Six single crochet. Well, it's not. So I'm going to crochet 2 more stitches like I did every other time that I attach something, and then I'll attach it. So we'll count stitches in just a minute. Y'all, keep your fingers crossed. I'm not in the mood to pull this out, and I'm probably not going to. Just saying. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, ha! 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. Well, that's interesting, isn't it? 37, 38. I have 38 stitches, and I'm just going to figure out how to deal with it. So let me turn this over. I know it's not completely done yet. All I have to do is make the bottom of the shell and stuff it, but you get the idea of how he looks. This is the finished product, only it's not stuffed, and I got to do the bottom. But I am just about done with this pattern tonight. I am frustrated, and I'm sorry that y'all had to witness that fiasco. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to finish for tonight, if everybody's okay with that. I hope you don't fault me for giving myself a little bit of a break, because I need to look at this tomorrow with fresher eyes than I have tonight. Lydia, I do hope you feel better. Thank you. Thank you so much for hanging out tonight. And Dwayne, thank you for coming in and sticking with us all night long. And Jane Doe, you are the best mod in the whole wide world. Thank you so much. And all of you lurkers, I know there's probably 3 or 4, maybe 5. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight and for supporting my channel. Y'all have a great evening, and I'll talk to you again real soon. All right? You too, Jane Doe.